Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Everspace. Here we are, right in the hangar at the start. If you remember at the end of the previous episode, I exploded, got destroyed a little bit earlier than I would have liked, and we found ourselves back here. So this is where we're going to carry on from. Let's have a look what we've got in our hangar here. We've got the 3 ships available, of course. Tempted to go out in the gunner ship this time, but to be perfectly honest, I do struggle a bit with it, and it hasn't got that many perks spent in it yet. I don't know, I've got quite a few perks spent on my pilot there. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, you can see I've got a lot more points spent in here. So I'm going to continue on going on with these for now. We've got a bit of money to spend here. Let's go with the hull. Can I fully upgrade that? There we go. The hull is now fully upgraded. That's used up all my cash. A little bit left to perhaps spend on something such as speed. Yeah, let's go with a nice little speed upgrade. And we're ready to jump in. And there's still some perks that can be upgraded. The trouble is, it's finding them, isn't it? Obviously, they're going to be the ones that only have the least amount of money to be spent on. Maybe even for a different ship. Perhaps I shouldn't waste the money I could spend on other ships. Yeah, let's spend it on that. Bit of a waste otherwise, isn't it, if I don't spend it on those ones. And we're going to go back to the Interceptor because that is my favourite ship. And we're going to launch. And we're going to play the normal way. Come on, let's get going. Straight into Sector 1 then. Let's see what's going on around here. Now, Rockfish are still continuing to work on this game. They're continuing posting updates. And they just announced some information on the new update that's due to come at some point not too far away now. And one of the biggest features of that is colonial shipwrecks. These are going to be massive, great big ships or space stations. I forget which. But essentially they're going to be large enough that you're going to be able to fly right inside of them and basically loot them. So exciting possibilities there. This could end up being a very, very short run. Yeah. Don't know what's going on there. Normally kill these much easier than that, so not off to the best of starts here just yet, but I guess we don't have to worry about that too much just yet. Let's get those credits. So yeah, they're going to put into the next update some massive shipwrecks, big enough that you're going to be able to fly straight inside of them and through them, and then also locate some loot that's in there. There's also going to be some new types of loot, and these will include various ship upgrades. Some of them, they say, can be used a bit like runes out of other games, in that you'll be able to use them before you go on a run, before you go on a new run, and they will have both advantages and disadvantages. So, for example, they may allow you to see all ships within range. All ships will come up straight on the radar, but they may also arrive much earlier than they traditionally would. So, looking forward to that. Flying through some of the hulls and wrecks here so far in the game is always a very nice thing to do, and they are quite small at the moment, nowhere near as large as they're talking about. And there are some screenshots in their email they sent out in their notification update, so it does give you a bit of an idea of what to expect. So hopefully it's not going to be too long until that particular update arrives. So whilst I'm playing this, I'm also waiting on an update for Elite Dangerous. That's to the latest beta, due to roll out this week, hopefully today, but it's getting a little bit late in the day, so who knows, maybe that's not going to come just yet. But then again, it could well be out by the time you watch this video. Right, do I use a scanning probe here, or do we progress on? Let's use a scanning probe. It's never worked out too well if I skip these sectors too soon, or these zones too soon, so we may as well make the most of what's around here. A nice tech container there. Now sometimes these tech containers, especially in the early zones, contain nothing of much significance, but on the odd occasion they contain something significantly advanced. So we're getting this shock rifle upgrade there, and that is rather nice. Where's it gone? What? You're probably shouting out to me where the item actually is. Perhaps I've already picked it up, who knows. Yeah, there we got it. Already got it. Looking for it and try. There, it's already on my ship. So we'll get the plasma. There's another tech container around here as well. We'll pick up that in just a moment. Takes a little while to absorb all this plasma here. So yeah, the shotgun's quite a nice weapon, because obviously it can shoot quite slow with it or quite rapidly, but you can build it up for a nice powerful blast as well. So some good weapon upgrades here. Question is, do I want the shotgun or do I want the scattergun? Well, I'm going to keep the scattergun and we'll salvage the... I'm going to keep the shotgun and we'll salvage this one. What else have we got around here? GMB freighters. I'm not going to bother attacking those. And that, on the face of it, would seem that's everything there is to find out here. So on to the next zone. All the same there, each zone, same difficulty level, so it doesn't really matter which one we go to. And look at that, straight into a plasma field. A plasma field. Plenty of hostiles over there as well. Oh, that made me jump. Thought they were further away than that. And you'll see just how quick we can destroy these there, although of course they are drones, so they usually do die fairly quick. But you need to be a fairly good shot with the with this weapon to try and hit them on the first occasion. Okay, who am I drawing fire from? I guess the Outlaw Scouts. Let's do a charge up here and... might switch back to the pulse laser, find the kinetic of that, the kinetic speed of that a little bit better. Well, that's not a kinetic weapon, of course, but I guess you get my meaning there. I'm not a fantastic aim with this sort of weapon, as you can probably see. It takes a little bit too long to actually destroy them. So yeah, we're going to go back to the other weapons in... well, right now it looks like we're under attack again. The Gatling gun is actually my favourite weapon in the entire game, so it's quite fortunate it starts out as a default weapon, isn't it?
That was too close for comfort.
Comfort is all in the mind.
That wasn't too bad, come on. Right, so let's have a look around the wrecks here. So when they talk about wrecks that are going to be coming in the next update, they're talking about wrecks far larger than this. Colonial ships, very, very huge vessels. So they're going to require quite some flight skills to navigate through them. And there'll be all sorts of corridors to go through. I'm kind of hoping for something not too dissimilar to the sort of navigation that was in that old game back in the 90s called Descent. I don't know how many of you remember that game. A game I very much enjoyed. Of course, requiring 6 degrees on freedom on the controls there. Oh, a few missiles here, 2 at once. Well, let's see if we can take out those turrets one at a time. We got him. There we got him. Alright. I think that's all the turrets. What we're going to do now is hack the comms tower here, but there is a container there. Very unexpected. Oh, there is another turret. Let's see if we can shoot that missile down. No, where is that turret? Have some missiles back. So loads of containers around here. Most of them seem to be containing credits. Well, jelly's always good. Right, there's a comms array here. What we do when we hack into that, it will of course reveal to us everything that's in the environment here. Give us an indicator of all the loot that's around. Looks like there's another container right nearby as well, so I'm going to pick that one up as well. Well, that little warning sound kind of sounded like there was some interceptors incoming, but maybe not. Mainframe override. Overrides the target ship's control unit and makes them fight on your side. Oh, yes. We'll have that. Loads of stuff around here. Right, is that everything around this particular structure? If so, there's some more containers and things that we can find slightly further afield. Right, GMB tech containers. I'm not going to go and take that. Seems a little bit unnecessary at the moment. Interceptors inbound. Time to leave then. At least I've got most of what I wanted here, so it's not too much of a problem. Now, someone mentioned in the previous video that they could hear my keyboard in the background. So if that's a little bit too noisy, do please let me know. It's something I will consider changing if it's a bit too annoying or a bit too disruptive. What's this vessel over here? Looks like a fuel outpost, doesn't it? Can we actually dock here? Might be a trading place. No, it's a maintenance hangar. I don't think we need to do much in the way of repairing, but it's nice to be able to repair with cash rather than wasting nanobots. Right, a container over there in the asteroid. All those other ones hanging around that ship. They are, unfortunately, and I'm not going to destroy that. I'm not that desperate just yet, although the fuel is starting to get a little bit low. But I have done an upgrade on the fuel tank, so that means I can do more jumps before completely going empty, and that does, of course, help quite significantly. Where's that container hiding? Are you in here? Yeah, there you are. A few credits. Ah, these are a nuisance. He didn't take too long to get rid of though, him and his beam weapon. Beam weapons do take down your shield very, very fast. And on the ships that have a lot of hit points, they can be a bit problematic. So they're always worth taking out first. Let's see what else we got then. Right, there is a container over that way. I believe that was a ship I was probably near a moment ago, isn't it? Looks like that's everything. Let's carry on moving then. So people do quite often say that they find this game to be a little bit too arcadey. I know a lot of you do quite enjoy playing this game as well, but personally I don't mind.
Enemies in range.
Okay, where are they going to come from? The front or the right? The front first. Personally, I don't mind the arcade-ish nature of the combat here. And plus, the environments are absolutely stunning. Now we're going to get rid of these few people.
Fight.
You could probably argue that playing from first-person view like this is a little bit less arcadey. Of course, there's no pilot sitting in the seat just yet, and I don't know when they will add a pilot in, but I guess that will happen at some point in the future. But this isn't my favourite perspective, least of all because it narrows down your field of view quite significantly. Well, actually, not too bad. But I find the spatial awareness of the third-person perspective a little bit better. But let's fly in this view just for the moment, just to get a slightly different view of the game.
Damage. Hit back or take evasive action.
I'm taking evasive action. But these ones are being a particular nuisance today. Right, then we've got a beam laser, and I will have that. We'll be replacing the shock rifle. So I find the beam laser to be a very nice addition. Let's have a look. There we go. Quite a powerful weapon. How are we doing for credits? Just 5,000, so not too bad, but nothing really to shout about just yet. And there is another comms hub there, so we're also going to go over to that after I've got the additional scanning probe there. So the next jump will take us into Sector 2. It seems we've spent a rather long time in Sector 1 on this occasion. And the beam laser made short work of that turret, didn't it? What do we got here? Minor ball aura, okay. Now the only thing is that the beam laser does take up a lot of energy, so you can't fire it for too long generally. But hopefully that's not going to be too much of a problem for me here. Skipped that, didn't I? Now I do want to try and find a bit more fuel before I jump on. If any of these do contain fuel, I'm going to be quite happy about that. What's in the shipwreck? Oh, we're scanning it. We're testing the latest stealth tech for HQ, disguising our ship as a freighter. It feels like flying a bus. The navigator mentioned false readings, objects appearing and then disappearing on radar, interference from the cloaking tech. She created a patch for the program. Seems to work. She's due a promotion. Received instructions from command to cross to Darius asteroid belt and scan some sectors for safety assessment. The crew are not happy about the flight path. It's been a pretty bumpy so far, and they're not so keen to enter a shipwrecker zone, especially with untried tech. Update. The navigator has come up with another patch to help avoid more hazardous asteroids. Confidence is back and riding high. Day 7, the tech is holding up. The auto nav algorithm is predicting the path of all collision risks. Crew seem content. Day 8, all navigation systems lost. Can't reboot. Switching to a manual nav. Stealth still functions. Can't request assistance due to the risk of alerting the hostiles to the mission. Day 9, there's a lot of days here. I'm going to keep reading. Day 9, we're being pounded by debris. The ship has taken a beating no matter how we maneuver. Asteroids come right at us. It's as if we were a magnet for them. I've never seen anything like this. Day 13, we've landed on a large asteroid to recuperate. The crew are exhausted. The ship is battered beyond recognition. At least we are able to scan the rendezvous sectors and send the results to command. Extraction team is on its way. Day 15, rescue team was intercepted by outlaws. We watched them being slaughtered from our hidden position. Unable to help, it was terrible. Day 18, crew are mutinous, blaming the navigator for our predicament. Can they be right? Did the patch she make actually act as a beacon? Update. Charlotte Cummins, ship navigator, age 44, ejected into space by crew. Rest in peace. Day 27, we have managed to salvage parts from the rescue vessel, enough for makeshift repairs. The crew have voted to make an attempt at pushing through the belt. From there, we'll just have to drift in space and hope some friends find us before hostiles. Day 30, oxygen is nearly depleted, and no signs of the vessels in the vicinity. Crew are to hold a vote on opening the air hatches and speeding up the inevitable. Well, I guess things didn't go too well for them, did they? And we've got 1,200 credits out of that. Not a very pleasant story. And obviously, they've been doing effectively what I'm doing out here. Now we've got a nice, large GMB station here of some type, but I'm not going to take on their containers. Although I wouldn't mind having their fuel, that's for sure. What else have we got around here? Trader, more GMB items, some mineable ore, and of course the jump gate. And it's a jump gate I'm going to go for. I think we're going to get out of here right now and head on into the next sector. And there we go, jump confirmed. Let's see what the next sector looks like. Here we come, Sector 2. A lovely red area. Right then, for now, this is where we're going to leave it. We'll be back next time. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.